What's good, y'all boys? Y'all know what time it is. Yesterday, 2K dropped the biggest news for the NBA 2K26 cycle so far. Mike Wang, who's a 2K developer, is very active on Twitter/X right now and give updates as we speak about 2K26. I would have had a video out sooner to y'all boys, but if y'all boys got a job, you know how I'm feeling. Anyways, back to business. This trailer doesn't show what I feel like most people are looking for, like my player and park info. But it does let us in on the gameplay updates coming to 2K26. Now, in real time, as I sat and watched the trailer, I said to myself, damn, how long has it been since I played a good 2K? Now, with this trailer and news update, it's nothing new. We get the 2K rollout every year, but this time I sense the community hoping for a great 2K again. With 2K24 and 25 sucking so bad that the annual cycle ended in November, it left us waiting for the next 2K. And since y'all boys know this is the only basketball game we got, that means we're hung out to dry until August when they start dropping tidbits and news. I have a few thoughts and opinions about the recent news and game updates we just got, so let's do it. The first thing they talk about is player motion and movement. This is something I've been hearing about since 2K16. Will this be for the better? I don't know, just going off what we have with 25. You got silly animations that even if you tried, you couldn't do it twice. So with the player movement update, I'm not really expecting too much. Next, they talked about the update to rhythm shooting, and I gotta say, they have me interested on how exactly it's gonna play in hand. To sum it up, they made it similar to real-life shooting. If you release quicker, you can still green your shot. In 2K25, if you do this, you already know to get back on D because it's 100% a brick, but in 26, your tempo timing will be the deciding factor. Next, custom layup packages. Something for years a lot of people have been asking for. Me personally, it's kinda meh. Things like this don't really move the needle for me as I'm not really the layup type. If I'm on my way to the rim, then I'm sitting on the rim. Next, they talk about defense. This is something that's heavily in my playstyle. 2K25 had me hysterical at times with the absolute BS they allow players to get away with, like blind rim running because they're getting boxed, only spamming crab dribbles, and manipulating poor game mechanics. Hopefully they've greatly improved this side of the ball, and we can get back to crunching come-ups. Not sponsored by Crunch, but shout out Crunch. Lastly, they talk about more new features, like being able to wart bum lockdowns with no de-spamming the steal button with a new feature called Quick Protect, for come-ups who've been holding L2 for years to get their shot off quicker. Now they have a proper game mechanic for y'all and other decent changes to passing and finishing. And before we go any further, another new addition to the game I forgot to mention will be greening rebounds. Yes, greening rebounds.
And when I saw it for the first time, maybe I was just out of the loop because I didn't really play on big builds until the last year, but I never knew when to press triangle to jump for a rebound. I kind of just press triangle randomly. So if you're like me and you didn't know, the ideal time to jump for a rebound is right before the ball makes its final bounce off the rim. So if a ball bounces twice before coming down, it is that final bounce that matters. And this year, when you do have an excellent timed rebound, you are going to see a green flash below your player's feet, just like you see in this clip of the Thunder. And if you do nail the timing and get a green rebound, it is going to significantly boost your chances of securing the ball. So it is important to get the rebound timing right to have the best chance of grabbing the board over somebody who might know their...
So yeah, that's new. But this won't be as big a deal as it seems. We've always had the time when we jump for a rebound. Now they just added a visual indicator for rebounds. And it's also a little funny he'd mention that. My boy's a genuine come up. Now y'all boys know I don't hold y'all up for long. The last part of this video is just what I'm thinking about the news. Now behind me is the courtside report. It's just more info about the new features. First, I hope this is the game that we actually play year-round. For me, the past 3 2Ks have been putting the game down after 3 to 4 months. And that's still leaving 8 months to go for the next 2K game, especially the last 2 2Ks. When I say there has never been as horrible of experience as 24 and 25, I mean it. From top to bottom, those games in its totality are awful. And like I mentioned before, a boycott would never be my response, or be the answer to making the game better. I truly believe if we're going to get great 2K games again, the 2K developers themselves are going to have to feel like giving that to us. With the weird ways people play these games as of the past 5 2Ks, and on top of that division in the community, some of these boys think they're the god of 2K. You got all these subdivisions in the community, comp, sim, slashing, etc. All of this does nothing better for the game. If two good thoughts simply be put together and just work with each other instead of putting one another down, we could get back to what's important. Good hoops. I myself am new to the scene, but I've been playing since 2K12, so I know what I'm talking about and what's going on. Last thing I want to speak about is what's next. As more news keeps dropping, you know I'm coming with it. I'll leave the report running in the back for y'all boys if you haven't seen it, and with that, y'all boys, I'll holler at y'all boys later.